YouTube, what is good? Welcome back to another video. Man, you know, y'all are running the likes up, y'all running the views up. We gonna be cool. We're cordial. We can keep it popping. I appreciate y'all a lot. I've been asking for a lot from you guys, so y'all been doing it, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. But yeah, with that being said, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notice. Anyone that's new here, when you watch this video and you don't do that, I say some very mean and disrespectful things about the people you love. And so far, I've only had to do it once. So let's not make it twice. So if you're new and you watch this video, you need to do 3 things. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notice, and last but not least, this goes for all of y'all, because I'm only gonna say this a couple more times. Watch the whole video. But anyways, let's get right into it. We're back today with another Pro Toon build. We got a position point guard, best skill inside scoring, archetype air artist. The build is inspired by Derrick Rose, Chicago Bulls Derrick Rose, you know, MVP Rose. Bro, Derrick Rose is different, man. Like, it's his story is so like beautiful and sad at the same time, because who knows what he could have been. Like, honestly, we don't know what he could have been. But stature, we got 6'1", weight 190 pounds, wingspan 6'8", some long arms, bro. Description, we got explosive athlete, superior finisher, excellent burst and shiftiness, hits threes at a good rate, defensive ball hawk. I do like that. Very good description of Derrick Rose in his MVP season, and then that prime Derrick Rose, he was just ridiculous on the floor. There's nothing you could do with him. Let's go ahead and get into the attributes. And up first, we got a 78 close shot. I'm fine with that. I mean, he's a guard. I'll take the close shot, a little bit of floater in there. But driving layup, you get a 93. And that I do love, because Derrick Rose is a wonderful finisher. He can hang in the air, very acrobatic. You know, laying the ball in all types of ways, float game. He's got it all. He can do it all. Layups, floaters, you know, the jellies, up and unders, everything you could think of layup wise, he can do it, and he's going to get a bucket below the rim. But then you get 93 driving dunk, and that's where Derrick Rose was different, bro. Derrick Rose was like, he was the Ja Morant, bro, before Ja Morant. Him and Russell Westbrook were just like these high-flying, smaller guards who they would punch on you, bro. They'll literally punch on you. They don't care who you are. And 93 driving dunk is perfect for Derrick Rose, because, like I said, he'll rise up and he'll boom on you. It'll be a sad day to get caught down there. So when you see him going down the lane, you don't know if he's going to give you a layup or if he's going to dunk on you, especially during his prime years. So I do like that they gave him 93 driving dunks so he can get that high posterizer. Standing dunk, you get a 33. Post control, you get a 33. I do like both of those that low, because he didn't do standing dunks, and he didn't play out of the post at all. On to the shooting, we got 77 mid-range. Now this I don't like, but I see why. Like, I've been looking at this build a little bit, looking ahead, and I see why it's a 77. But I think that mid-range needs to be at least 85 and up, because Derrick Rose played out the mid-range a lot, bro. He did, and I think that needs to be higher. And that's gonna come into effect whenever I go to grade this build later. But then you get an 87 3-point shot, which, like I'm saying, Derrick Rose was a decent 3-point shooter. He could definitely knock down the 3, but 87 is pretty high, bro. Like 83 to 85 would be perfect for him. And those other points need to go into mid-range. That mid-range needs to be higher. I don't agree with that at all. Onto the free throw, you're going to get a 78. You'll be able to knock them down. This should probably be a little bit higher, but 78 is still pretty good. You'll be able to knock down free throws. On to the playmaking, which this is one of my favorite things about D Rose. You're going to get an 85 pass accuracy. Derrick Rose was like, he said to himself he was a facilitator first, but he was forced to score, and he was still a very dynamic scorer. But he was a really good facilitator, so I do like that they gave him 85 pass accuracy. You're going to get that dimer gold. You're going to get versatile visionary. You're going to get some really good badges with this. Then you're going to get 93 ball handles, and this is perfect because you're going to get gold ankle assassin, so you definitely going to be dropping people. That's fire. 93 ball handles, perfect for Derrick Rose. Speed with ball, 91. You're going to get lightning launch on Hall of Fame. This build is just like getting more and more like good. The further we get into the attributes, the build gets better and better. But I do like the attributes so far, like a lot, because this is so far what I'm seeing is a very good versatile guard build. As far as scoring and playmaking and ball handling, this build can be used everywhere. Onto the defense, you're gonna get 47 interior defense, and I'm fine with that. You're gonna get 74 perimeter. I don't like that too much. I think like 80 would have been good. I'm not gonna lie, I think 80 would have been good. But 74 is still gonna get the job done. And the reason it'll get the job done is because you're gonna match that with 85 steal. So you're gonna get a really high steal on this build. You're gonna get gold interceptor. You're gonna get glove on silver. You'll be able to get some good plucks, play some good defense with this build. And then the build has to be fast. Like, I already see it's fast. So, but you're gonna get 35 block, and I'm not happy about that. Derrick Rose needs to have 5 flying denier on bronze at least, so I don't like that. But the build itself is still really, really good. Onto the rebounding, you're gonna get 25 offensive, 38 defensive, and I do think the build should also have rebound chaser. That's just me. Like, Derrick Rose grabs boards, bro. He was all over the place. He's a hustle player, so I think he needs to have rebound chaser. But like I said, I get it why he doesn't, because everything else he does is so valuable and needs so many points to make this build a Derrick Rose build. Onto the physicals, you're going to get an 87 speed, and like I said, he's fast. Now it should be quicker, or he should be a little bit more fast, but I do like the 87. Actually, for speed, I think 87 is fine. Agility, you're going to get an 83. Now this should definitely be higher. His agility should be like 90. I ain't gonna lie, agility should be 90. But like I said, they did a lot of stuff to this build to try and make it him, as much as they could. So you gotta sacrifice. Strength, you're gonna get a 43, and that's okay, but I do feel like he was a little bit of a stronger guard. Maybe like 60, but 43 is fine for this build. Vertical, you're gonna get an 80. That's one thing I'm happy. I'm like, okay, good. At least they give him 80 vertical. Should probably be a little bit higher, maybe like 83 to 85. But you're still gonna get contact dunks. You still get posterizer on gold. Like, you're still gonna be able to finish at a very, very high rate. Yeah, I think this build is fire, bro. You could definitely use this build everywhere. There aren't many flaws in this build. The flaws on this build are just that they said it's Derrick Rose. They did a good job making him offensively, but they left a couple pieces out, like here and there, that I feel like could have made this build better. But let's go ahead and get into the badges. So Legend, you're not going to get any badges. Hall of Fame, you're going to get Aerial Wizard and Lightning Launch. And Lightning Launch on Hall of Fame is just wonderful, bro. Like, that's one of the best badges on this game. Gold, you're going to get Ankle Assassin, Dimer, Float Game, which is crazy, Handles for Days, Interceptor, Layup Mixmaster, Posterizer, Slippery Off Ball, and Unpluckable. All at gold. Extremely good badges to have at the gold level. I do wish layups were better on this game because it would make this build so nasty. Silver, you're going to get Break Starter, Deadeye, Glove, Mini Marksman, Off-Ball Pest, Set Shot Specialist, and Shifty Shooter. So I do like that you get all those things on this build. Really good silver badges once again. Important silver badges. Mini Marksman is fire. Set Shot Specialist, of course, is fire. You're going to be able to knock everything down with this build. Bronze badges, you're going to get Bailout, fire badge to have. Challenger, Limitless Range, On-Ball Menace, Pick Dodger, and Versatile Visionary. Those are all important badges that you want to have, especially Challenger, because contests on this game are just ridiculous. But On-Ball Menace too, and then Bailout is perfect because if you go up with something you think you're not going to make, you can throw out, you can pass out of it and not throw the ball out of bounds. But let's go ahead and hit continue and see what other shades we get. Of course, we get Derrick Rose, Sleepy Floyd, and Damian Lillard. I'm not too sure who Sleepy Floyd is. That's a fire name, though. But Damian Lillard, I can agree with some shades because Damian Lillard was a high flyer. But you get Archetype Air Artist, which I think is one of the better build names on this game. That's a really fire build name. But like I said, this build is really good. I like it a lot. You guys let me know how you feel about this build. Is it fire? Is it trash? What would you do to make this build any better if you don't care about changing some attributes and getting a different archetype name? And let me know in the comment section what you think. Like I said, I think the build is fire. I would leave it how it is. And that's probably always how it's going to be for me because I think I for real think every build is fire in its own way, bro. Like, you can make something, people may call it BS, but I'm not. I'll think it's fire because I'll be able to see the vision. That's my thing, is I'm gonna look around and see the vision. But yeah, you guys let me know how you feel about this build in the comments section. If I was gonna grade this build on being Derrick Rose on a grade of A to F, I'm not gonna lie, I would give this build a B+, just because like it's really hard to make Derrick Rose, and I understand that. So I have to be real, I have to be honest. I give it a B+. It's not exactly Derrick Rose, but it's extremely close. A, I feel like that's usually very, very, very close to the build, maybe missing a couple things. That's when I give it an A grade, but I'll give it a B+. But as far as this build being able to be used in all game modes, grade of A to F, I'm gonna give this an A+. The build has defense, the build has playmaking, the build is fast, the build can finish, the build can shoot. You can play the ones with this build. You may be small, you may run into some bigs, but if you're running into guards in the ones court, this build is gonna be a problem to guard. But you could definitely play twos with this build. It's the perfect one guard for the twos court. You could play threes, the perfect one guard, or the two for the threes court. And then, of course, fives. This build is going to be perfect because you can pass the ball and you can score at all 3 levels of the game. Yeah, I really like this build. You guys let me know how you feel about this build, like I said. And if you made it this far, once again, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new and turn on post notifications. And if you made it this far and watched the whole video, you're real. That's all I'm saying, is you're real. And I appreciate you. I love you a lot. But that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.